thank you for tuning in. So a couple of years ago I made a part 1 video for how to make plum wine on YouTube. Now some of the files on there got corrupted for part 2 and I couldn't finish the video, and then yeah, one thing led to another and it never got finished. So here I am today trying to finally finish this video. There's been a few comments saying, you know, where's part 2? So I'm going to do my best to fill in the gaps. So basically there is I think at least a couple of videos missing of where I get the draining bag and the fruit, and you transfer all of the juice that's been sitting in the fermentation bucket for a week. You pour that juice and the fruit through the straining bag into another sterilised bucket, and then you're left with what I have on screen here, this bucket with the juice. So this video is just to sort of keep you up to date and just to try and finish this as best I can. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video, and happy brewing. Cheers. So here we have it, guys. So you can see there it says 5 litres if it'll focus. Well, it's over 5 litres. We don't even need 5 to go in this demijohn here. So I think we have plenty. It's smelling nice, so I'm pretty hopeful for this wine. It should come out very nicely. So all we're going to do now is take this siphon tube. This end is going to go inside the fermentation bucket, and then I'm going to give it a suck on this tube, and we're going to try and transfer the juice into this demijohn. I'm sorry about the cat coughing in the background. Hairball it sounds like. So yeah, usually I wouldn't record this bit. I just try and do it off camera because it can get quite messy, but let's see how we get on. It should be interesting. Right, so yeah, you just put this plastic end of the siphoning tube in here, and then we have to make sure that the demijohn is below the actual bucket itself. But first I'll give this a suck and we'll try and get some flow of this liquid. Yep, that should be perfect. So here's the fun part. So you have to kind of, yeah, keep the keep the airlock tight. Drop this down. Oh, there's a box here. Perfect. And then there we go. The liquid is flowing. See if I can let one of the cats out whilst this is doing. Okay, so yeah, we're going to try and leave about 1 inch gap at the top as well. It's just because the it can still foam over. Okay, have I done that about right? Oh gosh, I think that's about right. That's pretty good. Try and get this last liquid in there if we can. I think that'll be good. Wow. It's still got a little bit left, but that's it. I'll give it a taste, and this is where you could do a hydrometer reading as well if you wanted to double check. Look at that. Come on. Okay, so here we go. All of the wine has been transferred into this demijohn now, so we still have a little bit left over in here. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's better to have a little bit of excess left over than to not have enough in here, even though we can fix it as well if we do. So if anyone has any trouble with that, message me in the comments and I'll let you know how you can fix that as well. But good. So I've left a little gap here. And what will happen over the next few days is this will start to bubble a little bit because the fermentation should still be taking place. There should still be yeast in there, should still be a lot of sugar, and this has to be left now for at least 3 months. So what I like to do is make a little post-it note of when I started this, when the primary fermentation finished, and the date that the secondary fermentation started. Because if you're doing quite a few of these at the same time, which can happen with me quite often, you can forget which one's which. I mean, you can usually kind of tell by the colours, but depending how many you've done and what kind of fruits you have, it can be confusing. So it comes in handy just to know when to put these into a bottle and what wines they actually are. So I think I did plum and rhubarb a few years back, and they were almost identical in colour, but the plum and rhubarb one was far superior to the other ones that I did. So yeah, it's good to know which one's good and which one's not. So I'll come back to this and just show you how the the bubbles kind of form on the surface, and also the airlock is now filled with distilled water, and you can see the air pressure slowly pushing a bubble through. So this this wine can now breathe, and yeah, it's on track to be a very nice plum wine. Okay, so we're back, guys. So just to briefly show you the bubbles coming to the surface, so hopefully that can focus. There we go, I think we've got it well. So as you can see, the fermentation is still definitely going on, so the temperatures are alright. You can see that the airlock is bubbling. So this is perfect, this is exactly what you want. And you may notice, it won't come up on camera I don't think, there's a tiny little yeast cake forming at the bottom here. And that just shows that the sugar is being eaten and alcohol is being produced. Alright, so that's it for now, guys. This will be here for 3 months at least, and then it will be bottled, and then the longer you leave it when it's bottled, the better it will become. Alright, thank you for tuning in. Please like, share and subscribe, and any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye.